You know why you clicked into this video, presumably to hear my 2025 Amazon Prime Day deals skincare picks in no particular order, coming in hot. Differin Gel. Get excited. 0.1% adapalene. It is a retinoid that you can buy over the counter without a prescription. FDA approved for the treatment of acne. It works well to clear up and prevent future breakouts, pore clogging. It's also wonderful for those post-acne dark marks and post-acne redness. Underrated feature about a topical retinoid as a side note. Now, this is a product that you want to avoid on your eyelids, the corners of your mouth, the corners of your nose, because it can be very irritating there. It's not a spot treatment. You can't just put it on a pimple when it pops up and expect it to do much. It takes time for it to start working. You need to use it consistently. Usually start turning a corner, seeing some results 6 weeks, but oftentimes takes 3 months. Consistency is key. When you first start using it, it can be very drying and irritating. Check out my videos on this channel about how to introduce a topical retinoid such as adapalene to minimize irritation. It's also helpful for improving skin tone, clarity, improving the signs of skin aging as well. Yes, it is established to, with long-term consistent use, help improve collagen production in the deeper layers of the skin to improve wrinkles. Yes, you can use a little bit on the backs of your hands to improve sun damage there as well. Number 2 from Eucerin's new Radiant Tone line. This, in contrast to the other products in this line, does not have thiamidol, an excellent ingredient for dark spots. In contrast to those, it does not have fragrance, which I love, because if you saw my review on this line, you know I hate the scent. This is a glycolic acid, lactic acid cleanser I've been using on my face for many months now. It's great for dry, rough skin texture on the face, for helping to gently exfoliate dull skin, to improve skin tone, clarity, to soften, to hydrate, except don't use it to wash your eyelids, don't use it on your neck. It can be very irritating there. Glycolic and lactic acid working together to gently exfoliate your face. In many cases, using this as a daily facial cleanser, you might find, hey, I don't need to use any other type of exfoliant because it's getting the job done. It's gently and consistently exfoliating to smooth the surface of the skin, giving you a better overall complexion. Glycolic acid and lactic acid can make you more sensitive to the sun, so you should be protecting your skin from those UV rays, but you should be doing that regardless of this cleanser. I already sung the praises of adapalene 0.1% gel, aka Differin, for acne. It's an FDA approved acne treatment. While it can be drying and irritating, among all of the topical retinoids, it's one of the easiest actually to tolerate it, but many people do still find it to be a bit too much, a bit too drying, and they just want to reap the benefits of a topical active form of vitamin A as far as anti-aging, improving complexion. They're not necessarily seeking to treat a skin condition like acne, so they want to turn to a cosmetic form of topical vitamin A that can actually work, and that's going to be retinol. Now, you guys know on my channel I have videos highlighting some of my all-time favorite topical retinols, and this one from CeraVe, the Resurfacing Retinol Serum, is wonderful because it's really formulated to address the needs of skin types that tend to lean to development of uneven skin tone, discoloration, persistent redness, but are also seeking that smoothing effect from a topical retinol and are also seeking the anti-aging benefits of improved collagen production. One of the reasons I always recommend this is that L'Oreal, they are doing so much R&D behind the scenes. You can't go wrong with a retinol from a L'Oreal brand, but this in particular I like because no fragrance. It has ceramides, which are lipids that are naturally found in your skin, and applying them helps with the moisture barrier, so it can ultimately help offset the dryness and irritation that you might experience with this, although it's going to be less than a topical prescription retinoid. But it's got licorice root and niacinamide. Both of those ingredients are amazing for dark spots and for redness. Speaking of CeraVe, oh, you thought this was just skincare? Well, guess what? You have skin on your head. It's called your scalp, and you need to be washing it regularly. And CeraVe's new hair care line, y'all, I was a little nervous. Can CeraVe pull off hair care? Not only did they pull it off, but they did it justice. So all of their hair care is on sale, but personally I have repurchased and am using again the Gentle Hydrating Conditioner and the Gentle Hydrating Shampoo. I'm always a little nervous about hydrating shampoos. I find for me personally, they do tend to leave a residue behind. These, not at all. They are amazing. They leave my hair soft, smooth, shiny, manageable, zero residue. There's no weightiness to the hair. Bouncy, fresh, clean scalp. They have niacinamide, which is good for the moisture barrier needs of your scalp. scalp, as well as ceramides. So the shampoo really addresses scalp needs, whereas the conditioner addresses strand needs, and those strand needs are neutralizing the charge to improve manageability. Recently, I did a video on a hair product line that is new that has been a game changer for my hair, and yes, I am still using that, but I actually find that the CeraVe Hydrating shampoo and conditioner are very similar as far as how my hair looks, feels, and performs. The exception being that those products that I reviewed earlier have active ingredients that are intended to support the needs of hair growth, like things like caffeine, whereas the CeraVe ones do not. But as far as the way my hair actually looks and acts, these are legit. These are legit. They're great for washing your head, which you need to be doing, despite the nonsense that pops up on your social media feeds trying to convince you that shampoo is a toxic thing to put on your head. It's not. Now, this one is cheap at baseline, but when you can get it on sale, it's like, whoa. It's for those of you who like Aquaphor Healing Ointment. If you like Aquaphor Healing Ointment, which is a petrolatum ointment, and if you're not schooled on all of the versatile applications of a petrolatum ointment, dry eyelids, chapped lips, chafing, I mean, the list goes on and on, and I've got a ton of videos here. Usually I lean into Vaseline because all it is petrolatum, but a lot of people are like, I prefer Aquaphor Healing Ointment. You know, it's got a little lanolin and I'm not allergic to it, and that's just what I like best. And I love Aquaphor, but there are a lot of Aquaphor dupes, if you will. Same formulation, same performance, but generic branding. And Amazon Basics, y'all, they have a Aquaphor Healing Ointment. This jar is empty, by the way. It now functions as a little in-bathroom tripod for you guys. I rest you on this, so I will probably keep this jar for a long time now. If I don't have to set up a tripod, let alone try and configure it in the bathroom, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So this will be, you guys will be sitting on this, those of you who watch my vlogs, in the bathroom, but does what Aquaphor does, performs, I mean, yeah, can't stand it. Putting it on your feet, game changer for dry, cracked heels. But, all right, segging on to the next product. We cannot talk about dry, cracked heels on my channel without a solid shout out to the foot transforming product that will have you abandoning the nail salon. No, it's not going to paint your toenails, so you might have to go back for that. But we're not going to mess around with the shaving thing that they do on your feet, because we don't need that. We can politely decline that service, because this, never, ever, ever discontinue this product. It's a urea salicylic acid foot ointment. I only use this actually 1 or 2 times a week because I find it's so thorough as far as its smoothing and hydrating and exfoliating of the dry, rough, build-up callus. But if I use it too frequently, I end up getting blisters, because you kind of need a little something to act as a buffer there. But that is amazing, and it's a pricey product, but you don't need very much. And like I said, I only use it 1 or 2 times a week. Also wonderful for your toenails as well. Speaking of the toenails though, y'all, Carousel also has a product that I recommend a lot in a lot of videos where we're talking specifically about nails. This will get your nails to turn a corner. This is essentially urea that you paint on the nail. Game changer for rejuvenating the nail plate, hydrating it, improving smoothness. Like, for example, if you're somebody who has chronically been painting your nails for a long time and you take the polish off and they look kind of yellow and discolored, take a break from that. Restore the hydration with this. It works well. As a matter of fact, it was a year ago at this point, I reviewed and tried out for myself a wonderful nail lacquer serum for strengthening the nails that worked amazing, but it was no different as far as the performance to that Carousel one. It was like 2-3 times the price. So that product works, and you can use it on your fingernails, you can use it on your toenails. It will not cure or eradicate nail fungus, but using it does help exfoliate some of the food for the fungus, the dry, rough, built up stuff. And it also helps with nail ridging if you're specifically looking for nail rejuvenation. Here's another one that you guys are gonna be like, whoa, wait a minute. I thought we were talking about skin here. Why are you talking about, well, toothpaste? Toothpaste is one of those things that you might want to consider being a little bit more selective with which one you are choosing if you have periorificial dermatitis, those little acne lookalikes around the mouth that burn and sting. No comedones, no blackheads, whiteheads, because it's not acne, it's periorificial dermatitis. A kissing cousin, quite literally, because it's around your mouth. See what I did there? To rosacea, the treatments overlap actually. But with periorificial dermatitis, some people, their disease is triggered by by or aggravated by certain toothpaste ingredients, namely the strong flavors, cinnamon, mint, spearmint, the adult flavors, as well as the ingredient SLS. Now, SLS gets a lot of negative press, okay? It's not a bad ingredient, but we're talking about toothpaste. It creates that foam, and it can end up creating some irritation around your mouth that is thought to be a contributing factor for periorificial dermatitis for some people. So herein comes the children's toothpaste with fluoride for cavity prevention, but in skin and oral mucosa, for that matter, friendly flavors. Skin-friendly flavors that are not as likely to be irritating to the skin to trigger periorificial dermatitis. But for those of you who get canker sores, the strong flavors can, of course, be miserable on a canker sore, but might actually be a trigger for canker sore reappearing, and also that strong SLS. So these toothpaste are amazing. They work really well, and they're fine for adults to use. I use them myself. This year, I got into a product that I finished and reviewed for you guys from Bioma. It is their Phytomucin Glow Serum, and let me tell you, this did not disappoint. People ask for a snail mucin alternative, something that doesn't involve snail, and this is a great option right here. Really enjoyed it. It's completely empty, but if I have some old B-roll footage of what the product texture looks like, I'll insert it here for you guys. But you want to know why I ended up loving this so much? I believe it has to do with the polyglutamic acid. Wonderful ingredient. It's deeply hydrating. It provides a slippery, soothing film to reduce transepidermal water loss without being heavy or greasy. Also, this product has ceramides, those wonderful lipids in our skin, hyaluronic acid, a humectant that helps retain water in skin's outermost layer, along with root extracts, which are known to be very hydrating as well. It's something you can use in your morning routine, your nighttime routine, and you want to use it as like the first step in your routine after cleansing, or you could use it over serums that are more liquidy if you're using such a serum, and then you can put moisturizer on over. If you're using it in the daytime, let it dry down, absorb, and once the skin is dry to the touch, put your sunscreen on over it. Really enjoyed this quite a bit, and if you can get it on sale, all the better. All the better. This sale is a time to grab your amlactin with 15% ammonium lactate. I always recommend this product because it is a great option for visibly improving the look of aging skin on the body without the use of retinol. Not that retinol is a problem, but it's something else, if you will, that has been shown to improve collagen production, this percentage strength of lactic acid. Ammonium lactate is a salt of lactic acid. And it can also help to improve the look of sun damage, like on your chest, your forearms. Like I mentioned with the Eucerin facial cleanser though, it does have alpha hydroxy acid, ammonium lactate, can make you a bit more sensitive to the sun. So you want to make sure, as you already should be though, protect your skin from the sun, because it'll make you potentially a little bit more likely to get a sunburn, which is the last thing I want. Okay, not on my watch. Speaking of body moisturizers though, a body moisturizer that does not have any acids in it, right? Nothing to exfoliate is good, is the Hydra Boost Body Gel with, well, it does have hyaluronic acid, but that's not an exfoliant. The Hydra Boost Body Gel Cream, fragrance free from Neutrogena. I am so nervous that they're going to discontinue this, and I'm going to be annoyed when they do. Let me tell you, I'm going to be annoyed because I really like it, and it's deeply hydrated. It's a petrolatum hyaluronic acid glycerin fragrance free body moisturizer, which I love using on my face. So this is one of those efficient head to toe face and body moisturizers. Please, Neutrogena, do not discontinue this. They make it with fragrance, which I don't like that one. I like this one, fragrance free. Doesn't have any kind of weird aroma or anything. It's great for dry skin on the body, but if you're someone who doesn't like a sticky moisturizer, that's great because it sinks in, plumps, firms, gets the job done. Speaking of Neutrogena though, those of you who like to dabble in the lip care arts, their lip oil is wonderful. Hyaluronic acid, it brings out more of your natural lip color, and it has a light pinkish hue to it. Very hydrating. It's not super sticky though, but the hyaluronic acid really does help your lips to plump up and stay hydrated. Also has ingredients to reduce water loss. No fragrance, no flavorant. Woohoo! All right, I'm gonna end this on a controversial note here because it's a brand that I'm always giving a hard time, and that is Olay, because I don't know, Olay is just too big for their britches. Their products are all super duper expensive. Speaking Speaking of super though, they have their super serums, which are probably their most popular products. And I reviewed this earlier this year and compared it to CeraVe's nightly exfoliating treatment. So you need to watch that video out for a side-by-side, what's in this, what's in that, how do they work, who should I choose? I break it down there. But this did get a positive review from me. It is the Super Serum Night Repair. Okay, they have this and then they have a day one. The day one has fragrance, which is not pleasant. I don't like it. The night one does not. The night one's fragrance free. So that's the one I'm going to pick. But it has stuff in it that is good for skin, for exfoliating, for smoothing the skin surface, for improving the look of age spots, for improving skin tone. It has salicylic acid, which also is good for those blackheads and whiteheads because it very efficiently localizes down in the pore to exfoliate the pore and reduce blackhead and whitehead formation, aka comedones. It has lactic acid and alpha hydroxy acid that hydrates and gently exfoliates to smooth the skin surface and improve the appearance of dark spots. It has a peptide in it, which is likely just hydrating. Niacinamide, great for dark spots, redness, the moisture barrier, anti-aging. Objectively, it's a good product and it's marketed to use at night, which you can use. People will ask, can I use this with my topical retinoid? You can, however, it may be too irritating for you to do that, especially if you're new to using a topical retinoid. If you're new to using a topical retinoid, as in I only started yesterday or a week ago or 2 or 3 weeks ago, I would hold off on introducing this, okay? Give your retinoid some time to get comfortable, to move in, to put up some picture frames, which I know I don't have any pictures in the back because I have issues with holes in the walls and committing and all that. Yeah, let it move in, let it sink in, let your skin get used to it, cut down on the irritation before you go introducing an exfoliant. And if you're wondering, like, I've been using a topical retinoid for a while now, what's a good way to introduce a chemical exfoliant? Do I even need to? What you need to do is watch my video on how to introduce an exfoliant when you're using a retinoid. That's what the whole video is about. Step by step, lays it out, piece by piece, takes all the guessing work out of the game for you. All right, y'all, speaking of guessing work and the sale, it gets a lot of attention because you can get some amazing deals. There's a ton of stuff on sale. I just highlighted some of my top picks here, but there's a lot more that I frequently recommend across my videos that is on sale. So I have it all saved in a list called my 2025 Amazon Prime Day deals list. I will link that in the description box, pin it in a comment so you can find it. Check there because sometimes during these sales, they throw in lightning deals, last minute offers that I wasn't aware of when I sat down to film the video, and I will update accordingly. So that list gets updated. So keep checking in before you buy anything on Amazon over the next few weeks. Check that list. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video, found it helpful. Those of you who are shopping the sale this year, hopefully this guide that I put out every year helps you guys. Anyway, if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye!